want to move down, you move it down into Imo State and they will die there. We will sit and say, don't think you are Yoruba people with all this nonsense you're doing in Yoruba land. If you try us, you will die in our land. We will bury you there in our land. Go and ask them. They were running away yesterday night. They ran away yesterday night. They said they were patrolling around Olu. We came into Olu and they ran away. All they did was to come back this evening, to disguise, to come back this evening, to come and abduct innocent civilians. They cannot fight Boko Haram. They cannot fight ISIS. They cannot fight Fulani bandits. Nothing is to come and be displaying force against civilians. The same thing they did at Lekki Toll Gate earlier today. The same thing they did at Lekki Toll Gate. And for those of them who were making noise about the involvement of IPOB and Biafrans in the NSAS protest, have you now seen that we didn't issue any orders for Biafrans to go to Toll Gate Lekki? Has he not crumbled? Has he not crumbled? I'm asking you. Has he not crumbled? You saw their police well kitted in full military regalia, displaying all their armaments. The same thing they cannot do in Sambisa Forest. The same thing they can never do anywhere else. But they are in Lekki Toll Gate, displaying their, should I say, their power and their might against unarmed civilians. In Nigeria, if you want something done, if you want to defend your rights, you must be armed. You need weapons to defend your right, or else they will trample upon it. Or else they will trample upon it. Those people do not reason. They don't understand. And for some of you fools supporting what the zoo has done or is doing around Lekki, let me remind you, the same way this very generation is fighting for what Ojukwu saw over 50 years ago is how you and your children in years to come will be fighting against injustice because of your duplicitous complicity with what is happening right now in Lekki. All of you are there. When soldiers come to abduct civilians, you are just looking. When the police come, taking some of you one by one, your others will just be there watching. You are just watching. You are dealing with animals. Nigerian authority, these are wild. They are worse than animals. You cannot allow them. How many policemen were there? How can you allow them to be arresting people? I know that, Macaroni, the comedian, was arrested as well and taken away. All they are doing is to frighten you. You don't understand these people. You don't understand their mentality, their psychology, the way they reason, the way they talk, the way they operate. You don't know. This is a zoo. The only thing they understand is force. In Nigeria, you fight force with force. If you try to speak your grammar from now till the kingdom come, nothing will happen. Ask Ule Soyinka. They have been speaking grammar for years. Grammar for years. Yet he did not stop Fulani cow from entering his farm and eating up his cassava and his maize. Grammar does not work in Nigeria. Speaking too much grammar doesn't work. The only thing they understand is force. That is why they are negotiating with bandits. Why are they negotiating with bandits? Because bandits are armed. They have AK-47. That is the only language Nigeria understands. They don't understand anything else. Look at Lekki. Has it not collapsed? The protest, I'm asking you, because there were no Biafrans. I did not give the order for IPOB to go. Because they will say, oh, they've come to destroy Lagos. Look at them, go back. We told you, if you allow them to divide you, you are finished. What happened at Lekki today is a farce. And I want to hold Yoruba media responsible. Sometimes people ask me, but why? I said, they are the ones responsible. Over the years, they have been feeding garbage upon garbage to people. Feeding people nonsense. Why don't you ask yourself today, all this nonsense they are now doing around Lekki, police show of force, why can't they do it in the East? Let them come to our land and do it. They will die there. They understand. Because we are prepared. Because we live in a world run by hypocrites. We live in a world run by hypocrites and Luciferians. So there is no need being alive. What for? Because they will always side with the devil. They will always side with evil. The Nigerian government is evil and they know it. Everything about the zoo is awful. They know that Buhari is dead. There is no Buhari. Every Fulani idiot can now come out and set a policy agenda. And we follow it, including the Bauchi state governor. All of you, didn't you hear what the Bauchi said? That Fulanis have the right to carry arms, AK-47. Did you not see all of those things? Did you not see them? What Yoruba media succeeded in doing over the years is to groom a generation of lily-livered cowards. Can you imagine if we had been listening to these people? By now, the Fulanis would have overrun us. By now, our farms, our forests, our bushes would have been gone. The same way it has gone in Yoruba land. As they were busy telling you about Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, Fulani, we are busy taking over Yoruba land. Now that the Yorubas have said enough is enough, you have to leave, they have said no. Can you imagine that Amoteku is under attack from Fulani headsmen, from Fulani terrorists? Can you imagine that? Why is that happening? Because over the years, as I have always said to Nigerians who cannot reason properly like human beings, go and look at yourselves. Anytime somebody is telling you that another person is your problem, that person is your problem. They want to do to us what they did to Hausa people. They want to do to us what they did to Bachama people. They want to do to us what they did to Buhari people, what they did to Nupe, even what they did to Yoruba in the past. And after all these years, you have allowed yourselves to go through the same process of not just colonization or emasculation, but total annihilation. They will kill all of you. They will kill all of you in the zoo. Next time, don't protest. No, don't protest next time. The best time to protest in Nigeria is at night. The best time for you to protest, to occupy Lekki is at night. So as they are coming, you hit them. If you don't hit them, they will keep coming to kill civilians. They will arrest you. Nigeria is ripe for a revolution. Not all these stupid, nonsensical, useless protests. If the time for protest has come and gone, it's now time to go into full-phased revolution. The zoo is dying. I don't know if some of you saw the hillocks that are bringing in through Cotonou for Fulani headsmen in Yoruba land. I warned my Yoruba brothers and sisters, all these things that people are doing, every time, instead of you to focus on the common enemy, you look towards the east. It's Biafra, it's IPOB, it's Nnamdi Kanu all the time. These people, they will enter into you and they will ravage you, and they're doing it today. Now they're fighting, Fulani is now fighting Yoruba for Yoruba forests. Have you not seen it? That is what some traditional rulers want to bring to the east. And I'm giving an order today because I am very, very impressed with the work done so far, flushing out these bandits and criminals and rapists and murderers from our forests. The next phase will be any traditional ruler from today onwards. I saw one now on a video talking rubbish. Any traditional ruler from today, this evening in Biafra and this night, that comes up again to talk rubbish about peaceful coexistence, we will show him how prepared we are. That nonsense that this rubbish now happening in Yoruba land cannot happen in Biafra land, where a group of vandals, criminals, will lay claim to our forest, and when we ask them to leave, they attack us. It can anyway, we're waiting for them to try it. They are now packing and moving out very quietly and very lovingly, relocating to Kanu and to Kaduna. That's where they belong. They should go there. And as I have said, if you are an Easterner, you are an Igbo man or woman, because of that brothel you build in Jalingo, Jalingo, face me, I face you, so that the people can come from Cameroon to patronize them. Because of the hotel you built, the brothel you built in Jalingo. Because of that, I need to surrender Biafra land to Fulani Janjaweed. If you are living in the north, you are on your own. If you don't want to come back and they decide to kill you there, you are on your own. The only reason why they have not started killing some of you is because the Hausa people said no. Do you know that Fulani went to Hausa people and asked them to rise up against people living in Kanu and in Kaduna? Do you know what happened? Hausa said no to them. You know that Hausa people have their foot soldiers. Hausa said no, they will not do it. Hausa said we cannot do it. Hausa said we are not doing it. You can kill them yourself if you want to. Because now, even today, as a direct result of the gospel we have been preaching on this very platform, the Hausas have now developed some sense. They know the same thing, the same way they were deceived into surrendering their land to the Janjaweed. They have now seen it very clearly that that is what we are fighting. Nobody hates anybody. I don't hate Hausa people. I don't hate law-abiding Fulani people. No, not it's those hiding under one Nigeria. Unity, to be taking my forest. And I'm saying no to it. It cannot happen. Obasanjo the other day said that it's now time to have a national meeting. The same national conference. The same thing that Soyinka believed in before many years ago. And he saw Buhari and said, no, the same Buhari that Soyinka campaigned for. Professor Wole Soyinka, the same Buhari he campaigned for. The same Buhari that the Yoruba days campaigned for. They are the worst there in their forest. Taking their land from them. And saying they're not going anywhere. And I'm telling them today, in the open, before the hearing of the entirety of humanity, unless they come back very quickly to make sure that the South, the alliance in the South is very strong, Fulani will eat them alive. That is their game plan. They must understand it. The same thing they do all the time. I remember when they went to, after the war, they said, oh, you are a minority. Your Ikole is not Igbo. And Yoma is not Igbo. You are a minority. It's only a central state. Where is the oil coming from to develop the zoo? It's not from Biafra land. Is there no oil in Anambra State? I'm asking you, Orient Oil Fields. Don't have oil in Uguta. Is that not where Shell is? How about Ebema, our gas fields? Is that not where Shell is? And that Jeep taking our oil and our gas? This is the heartland of Biafra, and I'm telling you, not the coastal region. Now go to Akwa Ibom. They have ExxonMobil. Everybody's having a field there. They're making so much money. That's why they want the zoo to remain as corrupt as it is and as one as it is. Now, let me ask you, the Toby Igbo man is your problem. Is that not correct? Those of you from the coastal region of Biafra, or should I say those of us from the coastal region of Biafra, they never told you that Ibibi and Igbo are one people. Nobody told you that. But I'm telling you today. And they confused you. They brainwashed you into believing that the man who is capable of saving your life is your enemy. Today, they are building a railway line from Janjaweed, northern Nigeria, to Janjaweed, Niger. Is there any railway line in Akwa Ibom State? It's simple common sense. Any railway line? Anyway, I put it down to should I say, the mentality developed by those who were conquered. Most of the people you see writing and talking rubbish against what we are doing is because they have developed that mentality of a defeated people. It's called defeatism. They have been defeated psychologically and mentally. So all they need to do is to serve Fulani for the rest of their lives. But thankfully, Elohim, the Most High God, sent IPOB to stop the rot. And luckily for us, everybody is now waking up. Everybody is now waking up. That is why Yoruba media must take the blame. They must. They are hoping on Tinubu coming. And they know that Tinubu can never, ever be president of Nigeria. They know that very well. Everybody knows that Tinubu can never, ever be the president of the zoo. They understand that very clearly. But they're deceiving themselves. And they will continue to do so until their head will. In fact, Tinubu is the modern day Afonja. Fulani will always promise you something. The same thing they promised to Wike. They promise the same thing they promised to Mahi. Every idiot, they give him a promise. And as you're looking at the promise they made you, presidency, meanwhile, your forest is going. Meanwhile, the Bauchi state governor, a serving governor in Nigeria, is inviting people from the Sahel to come to conquer our land to take it over. Autumn rose up and spoke, governor of Benue State, and they decided on him. And the stupid zoo newspapers, the editors of Punch, of Tribune, all these Yoruba papers, you people, you are digging your own grave. You people, by your style of journalism, you are digging the grave that will swallow Yoruba land.